Hello guys, welcome to Thermomix Adventures. Lisa here. Hey look, today we're going to play with the cutter a bit more. Now I've had a few goes with it over the weekend. I have to admit I was defeated on one thing and I'll share that with you later. Today we're going to make some beautiful root veggie rostis, I think they're called. By the way, this is on Cookie Doo and you'll find it for the TM5 as well because the TM5 is compatible with the cutter, which is super cool. So let's just get straight into guided cooking. I love that guided cooking. Let me know if you're watching on. Let me know what you've been making, if there's something exciting you've been making. Now, these are traditionally cooked in the oven. We will use our we've got a barbecue with a big hot plate on top. We'll just use that because it's faster for us to do that, okay? So that's just our preference. That's actually how we make our brekkie every morning. We have sweet potato and zucchini little fritters every single morning, and we make a whole barbecue plate full of them. So it says to grease the tray if you're doing it in the oven, and then place a bowl on the mixing bowl lid and weigh into it 130 grams of beetroot peeled. I've got nearly closer to 200, and then it says parsnips. I don't have parsnips, so guess what? Skip it out. If you don't have it, just leave it out. I'm just going to increase my beetroot and increase my sweet potato. Next up, we've got the sweet potato, which I've got well over 200 grams of, and it says peeled and all that jazz. We don't peel it around here, we just wash it and then set it aside. So I've got that in here ready to go. Okay, sweet potato, beetroot, I chopped it in half. I did take some of that off the other day to make something, I can't even remember what, so it has got the end missing off it, but otherwise I cut it in half so it fits down the shaft. And then let's go next. So it's telling us what to do. Now, this is where I went the wrong way the other day. I have a tendency to overthink things. I don't know if it's just me in my busyness of my little world that I live in, but I'll often overthink, and in overthinking I end up doing it wrong. So on the weekend I was like, right, the kids are hungry, let's make sweet potato fries. Let's do this, slithers, but the thick slithers, put them in the air fryer and let's cook them off, and the others in the oven. Well, I did my sweet potatoes. I thought this is amazing, and I opened it up and it was all grated. It was not the slithers I was expecting because I'd overthought. I'd put the blade in the wrong way, and that was that. That's okay. We still cooked them off, but in usual Lisa form, I burnt most of them. And this is why I love my Thermomix, because it doesn't burn, it doesn't overcook. I mean, as long as I don't overthink it, I get it right. And it's just so good. And this is the thing, it was that reminder. I actually took a photo. I may or may not share it of the burnt, thick grated sweet potato chips that was supposed to be, rings of sweet potato. Anyway, that's my little boo-boo so far. I'm loving it though, okay? The kids still thought it was good, the ones that weren't burnt to black smithereens. But yes, I really do like it. I'm looking forward to making our sauerkraut. Hey Sue, how are you? Oh, chicken and cheese balls, yum. That sounds amazing. Oh, and the sweet potato ball bars, they're just beautiful. I'm glad you're finding inspiration in the videos this month. I've just yesterday sat down and done next month's plan. I'm not going to share it quite yet because we're not at the end of this month yet, but I'm excited to bring next month to you soon as well. So this week we're actually aiming to finish off all bar one of the videos that were in that downloadable. So if you haven't gone over to my website, thermomixadventures.com.au, jump over there. You can find it on the QR code that way on the screen. And you'll find, if you go over there, go to the blog, and I put it up as a blog post. Those of you who are subscribers, you are going to get the inside info in a couple of days' time. I'll have the end of month newsletter go out to you guys, and you guys will see what's coming and a sneak peek and a little video from me. The rest of you guys who aren't subscribers, feel free to subscribe, but otherwise wait till the beginning of the month and it'll be there as a blog post as well. So, but I'm so glad you're finding them helpful and inspiring, and hopefully you're learning more of what else your Thermomix can do to serve you well. So back to cutter. By the way, I don't think the cutters are on their way yet to customers, so if you have one on the way and you haven't yet seen dispatch, don't stress about it. They're obviously not ready with the first batch to go yet. So this little doobie majig goes in, over, only fits one way. Basket goes in, maybe, does it? Have I already done it the wrong way around? Let's try again. There, no, there we go. And then, still got my L plates on, you see. Insert the Thermomix Cutter shaft basket, insert the cutting disc on side 2, grating side up. So therefore I should see one down, okay? Don't overcomplicate it like I do, okay? Oh my goodness. All right, there we go. We have the little shafty thing. By the way, I've put the blades through the dishwasher, but the other stuff I've just managed to rinse each time because I've 99% of the time just done veggies. I did wash it with hot soapy water the day I did the cheese. You guys saw the cheese the other day. The first day I unpacked it, but otherwise it's just gone through with rinsing because it's just vegetables and I've only done veggies. I don't think I've done fruit yet. Okay, let's do this. Place the cutter onto the cutter, insert the pear. Yep. Okay, so hoping this fits in. It does. I love that. See, I loved this the other day. I was like, this is amazing. Push, and then opened it up and went, oh, oops. Okay, turn it to thick. So let's put this on top. Thick is 2 spins. I love guided recipes. It just takes that brain work out of it. Did you see it? Yep, blink and it's gone. I'm going to cheat and go to the next step. Then with the beetroot. And it's done. Oh my goodness. Like seriously, so fast. I can't get over that. By the way, I'm just presuming the beetroot went the same. Let's just check. Yep, insert it in. Yep, I think so. It has a little picture there. Remove the cutter. Now, a little couple of tips with this, okay, of what I've learned having a really nice play the last few days is when you take this off, there is going to be some sneaky food left, okay? So, sneaky food being the stuff that's hiding behind the blade. So when I pull this apart now, you watch what falls out. Sometimes it's more than others, but there's going to be some sneaky. Can you see that little bit of sneaky in there? I found when I did the grated cheese the other day, that had probably the most amount of leftover sitting in this here. And I think it would also depend on how many pieces you push through. Because I was pushing only a couple of pieces through today, you know, there wasn't as much as if I had put, and I think as well smaller bits will leave more leftovers. But you can see there, let me just, need to find a bigger desk, but can you guys, I'll just move so you can see against the wall. See how it's kind of got some chunky bits left over? So that's okay, they're still edible in what we're doing today. Just be mindful of that because I found them later, okay, after I'd made a whole lot of other stuff. So yes, okay, look at that. I do love. And that's what I had with a whole lot of sweet potato the other day. Oh, I think I need new lights in here. I need to work out this lighting. Anyway, we are talking at the moment, as much as we need a new fridge right now, because the other one is making the biggest mess you've ever seen all over the floor on a second daily basis. We are talking about finally putting renovation of the kitchen on the to-do list so that I can move into the kitchen and one of the boys can eventually have this room. So, because it's a bedroom. I'm in a bedroom because the kitchen's too loud and open for doing this filming. So, all right, let's do this. Remember, I'm going to say this 1,000 times every time I use the cutter. You know why? Because I need the reminder as well. This needs to come out. We do not want to blitz the shaft up. That would be devastating. Okay, so remember to take it out. All right, next thing next. Okay, 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going 1 because that's what I had on hand. We've just started using our beautiful garlic out of our veggie patch, which I'm super excited about. One day in the next couple, probably next week, I might take you for a walk down the veggie patch and show you what's been going on down there. I've had a whole lot of you guys question me on, you haven't taken us in the garden lately, so I will take you out in the garden. I'll show you what we're doing. We're kind of between at the moment. It's been such a funny summer here. We really haven't had the heat, so we've actually had a whole lot of tomatoes doing a lot of good stuff, which we've just finished, and we're waiting on the next lot to come through. We've got cucumbers happening, abundance of zucchinis and squash. When I say squash, little, we call them spaceships. They're little tiny things. They're not pumpkins. Like if I know some of you guys are from the UK, so I'm just trying to clarify. What else? A whole lot of beans. We have so many beans with every meal of the day, pretty much. Garlic beans, butter beans, everything with beans. So it's been fantastic, but I'll show you next week. Okay, let's chop this down. 3 seconds on speed. 7. Let's spin it up. Let's go. This has 2 eggs in a second and some flour. Today I am using gluten-free flour. Okay, scrape down the sides with a spatula. Now our 2 medium eggs. Where did my eggs go? What is sad at the moment is my chickens are on strike. We've actually got about 4 broody ones, which are being very what's the word I'm after, influential in there. And so they've gone, of all my chickens, we're getting 5 eggs a day, and we have tons of chickens. We should be getting like 15 eggs a day. Actually, 4 broody out. We should be getting 15 a day, slackers. So anyway, but we have a plan. They've been put under our house so that they can't get in their laying boxes, and let's hope in 3 to 4 days they're back to their usual self and stop making mischief in the coop. All right, plain flour. You can see me leaning on the cord there. Let me tear that back. Gluten-free is what I'm using. Use whatever you are most comfortable with. It is a binder in this recipe, so if you are oven baking them, I did share a tip the other day about using, it was in the biscuits, about using xanthan gum. Do you guys remember that tip? You might have missed it. I was making, by the way, the garlic cheddar biscuits, okay? That's the recipe I'm talking about. And I gave you a tip about using a little bit of xanthan gum in them if you're using gluten-free. Not if you're using normal flour, okay? It's perfectly fine. It's if you're using gluten-free, they tend to not bind well. They tend to lose their form, and in the oven, in a biscuit, they tend to just flatten, and you end up with a tray of biscuit, okay? One big biscuit tray. So they held their shape beautifully. So if you are cooking these in the oven, depending on what this texture comes out like, you may want to add the smallest smidge, like a pinch of xanthan gum, which would give it the form to hold in this recipe, okay? So if you're gluten-free and doing it in the oven, just have a look at the end and see what you think. It is going to be quite a firm mixture because there's no liquidy veggies in here. We don't have zucchinis and things like that. Now, salt. 1 to 1.5 teaspoons of salt. Favorite add-in, veggie stock, okay? If you haven't made veggie stock in a while, make your veggie stock, okay? You'll thank me later for it. It lasts months and months and months and months and months because there's no meat in it, okay? It's vegetables and salt, and it's a lot of salt. And then use it, as I do, in all your savoury baking, okay? And obviously your dinners and stuff as well. So let's go next. And pepper. The other exciting thing that's been going on around here is we have been, or my son more so, has been trying to start a sourdough starter. Glutinous, okay, so not gluten-free. Sorry, gluten-free people out there. We've tried that before and we didn't have a huge amount of success. I did it in early COVID, but then later on it didn't work the next time. But he's actually managed to do it. And I will take you on that journey sometime soon, and I'll share with you our learnings so that you can have a go at that as well, because it's been quite interesting to see how it's worked and how long it's taken and the processes and stuff. So I'd love to share that with you and see the lovely food. He's made waffles, and what else did he do? Oh, we did a beautiful fruit nut loaf. We did a beautiful white loaf, which was just phenomenal. We did our pizza dough. Sunday night we did pizza night. We did that with it last night. So really, really impressed that number one, the 10-year-old's done that. And number two, the food it's producing is phenomenal. So that's really nice. I love it when you make fancy food and yet you did it yourself. And you're like, wow, I thought I had to buy a loaf of that stuff for $10, and you don't have to. So, all right, insert the measuring cup into the mixing bowl lid. Let's finish this off. I'll stop talking. Clearly I'm in a chatty mood today. Okay, 20 seconds on speed 4. Let's let that mix. I'm just going to add this bit that didn't grate well back into here, so that it doesn't go wasted. Put these aside. And last is just to add this into it. So then it says to put them on the tray in little dollops. Look at that, it looks like some sort of thick pancake batter. Here comes these coming in. Just trying to get it so you guys can see it as it falls in. I'll try and just scrape a little bit in so you can see the texture. You'll see that, it's just phenomenal. I'm just so wowed by the possibilities of what this can do. I can't wait. I've got some really cool ideas to share with you guys. So I have a whole lot of things to share with you this year. I've got this whole plan and I'm like, oh my goodness, there's not enough days, but I have to wait anyway. So in that goes. Look at that. That was skin. That was just, I cut the little stale bits off on the end. But I mean, how good is that? Real food, hey. All right, next up, insert the lid into the mixing bowl. Let's finish this off. And 5 seconds reverse because it's just stirring on speed 3. Spatula handy. All right, next up, Transfer to a bowl and finish mixing with spatula if necessary. Transfer to a bowl. No, don't do that. That means more washing up, guys. Place 1 to 2 tablespoons of mixture on a prepared tray, then using the back of a spoon, flatten each into a pancake shape, approximately 6 to 8 centimeters in diameter. Bake for 15 minutes at 180 degrees, flip over and bake for another 10 to 15. So you're looking at about 20 to half an hour to cook these at the 180. And then while that's happening, you actually get to make a beautiful topping for it, which I'm not going to worry about. Trying to be a little bit healthy here, but the kids will eat it as it is anyway. So this looks absolutely amazing. You know what this reminds me of? And I know it's different, but what's the Japanese pancakes called when you make it with cabbage? I'm excited to give the cutter a go to actually make one of those. I don't know if there's a guided recipe for it, but I certainly reckon I could give it a go. But that just looks beautiful in there. It's pretty mixed anyway. I really don't have to spend too long doing that. But there you go, guys. There is the cutter in action again. There is my little whoops moment from the weekend, as I have enjoyed playing with the cutter and working out the ins and outs of it. Don't overthink it, okay? The side that cuts is the side that's up, not down. But otherwise, guys, have a fantastic day. I might come to you later today with another recipe. We'll just see what the family is up to today. I hope those of you who have returned to school today are having a fantastic first day with them back. And those of you who are back to work today, same to you guys. But otherwise, I look forward to sharing more videos with you soon. So take care, and I'll see you later. Bye for now.